When I was younger, I always thought I was indestructible. I'd started racing motorcycles when I was like 11 or 12. I raced till I was probably 22, 23 years old, you know. I've had a few street bikes, but most of them are Harleys or custom built or old Triumphs. I lived a colorful life. I've always worked with my hands. As a barber, a massage therapist, you know, a wood craftsman, building bikes, I've always worked with my hands, you know. It's hard because these don't work the way they did, and I get really frustrated with myself over that. April 24th of 1991, I was hit head-on in front of Greeley Hospital. And I spent the next 18 months in a wheelchair, learning how to walk and stuff again. The day that it happened, ironic as it is, I was on my way to an AA meeting. You know, and I got hit head-on right in front of the hospital. If it would have been anywhere else, I wouldn't be here. Because I was pronounced dead at the scene, you know, and that's when my whole life changed. I came to Hawaii in '92. 18 months after my car accident, I came over here to visit my mom. And a month later, I'd moved over here. 3 months after I was living here, it was October 2nd of '92, I was in my second car accident. We were run off the road into a cinder block wall. Me and the seat belt went into the windshield. And I ended up breaking my neck in 3 places. And then I had to have 17 major surgeries on the right side of my face. I had 168 stitches that came down through here like this. I mean, I looked like Frankenstein. It was really weird. This is the stuff that frustrates me because I used to love to walk. And not being able to do that the way that I used to is very, very frustrating. From April 24th of '91 till now, I've had 53 major operations. My body's really busted up inside badly. And from those operations, I've had, I don't know how many blood transfusions. And that's where my Hep C came from. Because in the 90s, they weren't testing it. And a lot of people got infected that way. I'm not going to minimize that I was an IV user for 40 years, but I never shared needles because HIV in California and San Francisco blew up like a mushroom cloud, you know? It made you stop and think. You became a more responsible user if you had any concern for your own health. And I didn't do too much already. I didn't need any more problems. And then I found out that I was Hep C positive, and I was like, hey, let's just put one more nail in your coffin there, Robert. You know, I mean, you've been through so much to see how much more you can handle, you know? I've always been a person that when I want to find out something, I'll ask questions, and then I research it and I read about it. Hepatitis C destroys the liver, all right? The liver is the only organ in the body that can regenerate itself. So I learned that I had to take care of it. And what I was doing was destroying mine when I was drinking. You know, that's why I quit drinking 21 years ago. And at that time, there was no treatment for it. I was very fortunate that I did do something about it. I'd heard about HHRC through an acquaintance who put me in contact with them so that I could get a case manager. Told me that I got a killer case manager, you gotta call him. So I called him and he took me on. And I found out all the services and stuff that they'd offer. I knew of some of them. And Hep Free Life was the one that told me that they had the treatment. Aaron was the one that helped me and took me through it and got me set up. I did the medication for the 8 weeks that you gotta take it. I'm Hep Free now, you know? It's amazing. One thing I'm grateful for is I don't have liver damage or kidney damage or anything. I'm very fortunate, but I had to change my lifestyle too. If you know you have it, find out about it. It may not be fun reading, but it's educational reading, and what you're doing is you're protecting yourself from yourself. so you don't do stuff to damage it more than what you've already done to it, and then do something about it, because that's a responsibility that you owe yourself. People are dying senselessly nowadays. You know, it can be one of those things that eventually can be a forgotten disease to where it's not in society anymore. I'm 63 years old and I lived life. I still got the motivation, I just don't have the energy to do things the way I did. You know, it's really hard for me. But you've got to learn to adapt to things. My whole health goal is being able to get my heart straightened out, but I've already went riding. So I accomplished the one goal that I wanted to do is, screw you, I'm gonna ride my motorcycle again. Because somebody's different or somebody's got a sickness, you should not treat them any differently. It's not who they are, it's what they have. I'm the perfect example of that, being a healthy person that was over 6 foot, 200 and some pounds, down to 5'11", 160 pounds, because I can't pull weight on anymore, you know, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I accept it, but I educate myself about it, know what's going on with your body. And one of the best gifts a human being can ever give themselves is education. And 9 times out of 10, it's free.